Hey friends, welcome back to Drew Tutorial, and if you're new, a special welcome to you. I'm Andrew, and in this video I want to give you a full walkthrough on how to use the Google AI Studio, how to create your account, and basically how to find your way around that very wonderful studio. So how do you do it? Open up your browser, guys, ensure that you sign into your Google account, and just simple type in Google AI Studio, and you will see from the results the Google AI Studio, and the URL is aistudio.google.com. You head over there. If you're accessing it for the first time, you will just simply need to accept some terms, and you will see in the background as well that you already logged in. Now, once you're inside the Google AI Studio, there are a few things here, right? In the upper right hand side, you have compare, you have open in Kaggle, you also have open in for text as well, and you have your profile on the upper right hand side, which you can sign out or switch account. It's really up to you, right? Now, towards the right hand side as well, you have a language model. You by default it is set to the Gemini, and you can basically, depending on which language model you choose, you have different options here, advanced options as well. And if you want to use the latest gamma, you can simply scroll down and find the gamma tree, and you can simply go ahead and select that, right? Amazing stuff. So you want to go ahead and start play around with gamma. Now you can basically choose prompts, and you can ask it whatever you want with prompts. So if you want to create a prompt, it basically works like Gemini, right? So if you want to use Gemini chatbot, the only difference is this, that this studio is geared for developers. It's their own little world created by Google that they can just come here, they can play around, they can create prompts, they can basically make whatever they want with the power of AI. And it also ties into auto saving with their Google Gmail, with their Google Drive, and I'm going to show you as well. So if you're accessing it for the first time, you can go ahead and you will see the option. Once you start to give it a prompt, you will see the option that it gives you the option to save, but you can easily turn on auto save. Now I will show you how to do that as well. So on the this main section here where you have to create prompt. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to simply give it a prompt. So I'm going to say, tell me a funny story about a talking monkey. And once you write that, just simply hit run. And based on the language model that you select, you will be able to use it. Now, there are times when you will try to ask it something and it gives you an error, something like that. All you have to do, guys, is just simply go ahead and rerun your prompt. So you can modify it, and you can go ahead and you can start to give it again. So simple click and finish, or you can go ahead and just simply take your prompt and just put it into the section again, and just simple click and run, and it will go ahead and it will try again for you. As I said, there are times when it gives you error, and so you want to go ahead and just try to rerun your prompt. As you see, the first time I run it, it gave me an error. The second time I run it, it works. So it doesn't happen all the time. There are times when it works absolutely fine, absolutely flawless. But if that happens, just rerun your prompt, it will work, right? So I'm gonna just wait for this to complete, but that's how you basically create a prompt, guys. Very easy and very simple. So that's the first thing that I want to show you. Now, as you can see, my prompt is finished, and you may be wondering, okay, now the prompt is finished. What happens? No, this prompt is automatically saved if you have the Google Drive connected. Now, where do you add this? Now, on the left hand side, you have a section called library, and let's start with that. Now, the library is where all of your prompts are stored, and there's an option when you access this for the first time. You have the option to basically sign into your Google Drive, and once you create prompts, then it will automatically be stored in your Google Drive. And if you look towards the upper right hand side, here you have Drive folder. If you click on that, it's going to open up your Google Drive, and that's where all of your prompts will get stored. And once you have those prompts here, you can easily go ahead and double click on those prompts, and it's going to open up back right into the Google AI Studio, where you can go ahead and modify or rerun prompt or do whatever you want. Now, as well, on the upper left hand side, you have the option to create API. So if you want any API for Gemini, you can come here and click and create API key. You click on that. You can name whatever you want. You can choose. And let's say I want to choose Gemini API key. I can go ahead and I can select that and just click create. and it's going to generate the API key for me, right? Now, once the API key is generated, you can copy it, you can use it, and you basically have the API key to use. You can easily delete those API keys as well. So if you want to delete API keys, you can either click delete here, or you can just visit the link and it will take you over to the API and services. You can simply click on those API keys and you can basically delete them from here. It says delete API key, so you can delete from here as well. You get a pop-up, click delete, and it's going to delete the API keys for you. So if you're looking for how to delete API keys, you have the two options. You can delete API keys from there as well. Now, know that we're under this section as well of library. You can easily delete those prompts as well. So whatever prompts you create, you can delete them both ways. You can either delete the prompt from here by simply clicking three dots and click delete, right? You can do that and it will delete for you, as you can see. Another way to delete as well is to delete from your Google Drive. So if you either go to Google Drive from here or you open up Google Drive normally, let me go ahead and open up Google Drive normally and show you as well. So if I go to my Google and I open up Google Drive, under Google Drive, if I go to my drive, there's a folder called Google AI Studio, and these are the prompts as well that are automatically stored. So you can either double click and open up prompts from here right into Google Drive, and it's going to open up those prompts, or you can delete them as well. So if you click and delete from here, move to trash, or just simply click on it and click delete, it's going to automatically delete here as well. Sometimes it takes a couple of seconds, so you want to either refresh, but you'll see in a seconds that it is deleted. Now, so that's it. So you also have things on the left hand side, such as, stream runtime, that you can come here as well. You have starter apps as well. That is same thing, similar like some of those prompt gallery that you have. I'll show you in a bit. You have a tuner model as well. You can basically do that as well. If you're a developer, you will familiar with these things that you can play with. And the prompt gallery is basically some prompts that are predefined that you can play with, right? So you can use these things. So you have like, I don't know, find a brand, you click on that and you'll see some things that are basically there and you can run them as well. You have things such as, simple as finding the weather. You can choose it. It's already predefined. It says Zurich. I can click on the edit button there and just simple change this to, for example, Paris, right? I can say Paris and just simple close it, first stop edit and run it. So I can basically run it and tells me what's the weather in Paris. I can choose different language model if I want to, and basically change it and rerun my script, whatever I want. You get the idea, right? So then you also have developer documentations, developer forum, change logs, and the lower left hand side you have the settings. So you can click on that and you can switch it to dark mode if you wish, or light mode, and you have the option to enable or disable auto saving. So if you turn it off, you'll be able to save those things for yourself, and if you don't, it will auto save it for you on Google Drive. And in a nutshell, the guys, that's basically it. There's so much you can do with this tool, but I just want to walk you through what this Google AI Studio looks like, how to find your way around, and how easy it is to basically use it. So know that you know how to find your way around the Google AI Studio. It's for you as a developer or just a beginner who want to get used to Google AI Studio to start create some amazing prompts and start utilizing the power of this AI Studio. And that's it. Very easy and very simple.